Hello everyone and welcome again to another edition of the NDI Show. I'm your host John Powell, your NDI evangelist. On today's show we're going to talk about a tool that can be very useful when producing shows like this. And that tool is a teleprompter. Anybody making any kind of announcements or anything on camera or for notes, most people use teleprompters. And your question would be, do they make an NDI teleprompter? And yes, they do is the answer. And I'm going to show it to you today. So let me show you where to get a copy of this NDI teleprompter. You can go to Google and type in NewTek Store, or go to the NewTek Store if you know the address. You can click on the link. As you scroll down here a little ways, you can see right in the middle of the screen, there is a thing called a utility products. So once you click on that, oddly enough, there is a teleprompter as an icon. You can see, as I come out, that you do have the Autoque software. And it does work on a Mac or PC. The best part about the value of this is, look at the price. It is absolutely free. So once you download that onto your computer, I already have it because I use it on my show every week. You can launch the software right here, and basically, here is your teleprompter. Now what's cool about this is it's very simplistic in use, but it does give you some options to customize to make it easier for you to do your show. First of all, my first show is in here. I can come back to Powell Show 1, and this will show you basically how everything is working. And then when you click the prompt button, you can use the mouse as you move it forward on the mouse pad, and as you drag it toward you, it will stop. If you push it away from you, it goes at a different speed, and as you come back, it'll freeze. So if you hit escape, it'll get you back into this mode. Now, if you need to change something, like you want to highlight your name, you can take and highlight the name, so you emphasize who it is. Or if you want to highlight something in a different color, you have 4 different colors here to pick from. So I can come in here and highlight different things I want to highlight. So when I go to my prompting, you can see that basically my prompter is all highlighted with the key points that I want to do. Now what else is cool about this is you can change your fonts. You can have bold and italicized fonts, basically all your Windows Word type of options. You can change the color and justifications, whatever it is that makes your teleprompting easier. You can make things bold, you can make things italicized, you can underline things. It basically customizes it, whatever makes it easier for you to do. If I highlight all this and I want to center justify, it's as easy as a WordPad document. Right at the top you can save your files, you can import files from another teleprompter, or you can keep all your files in a folder. As you can see, I'm on my 3rd show, and I can load, this was the 3rd show for today. So now there is basically the statement that I read every week. NewTek's mission is to give storytellers a voice through video, using innovation and technology to fundamentally change the way video is created and used. Tonight's show is on the Autoque teleprompter. So what you do is just click this, have a very good operator here, and in this case for this week I use this as notes. So I can come down here and stop. Some shows I do, folks, have more notes. Last week I did a top 10 review and I had the web addresses in there. So that makes things a lot easier. You have a tools section here that can set up. The cool thing about this is, folks, is you can run this on a, since it's an NDI source, any PC that you have an HDMI out of that goes to your teleprompter glass, you can use NDI Video Monitor, which is also a free app, to show the teleprompter in front of your camera in the lens. So using a free app for the teleprompting, using a free monitor app provided by NewTek, you got yourself an instant teleprompter. This is a wonderful thing to use for morning announcements at schools. Anybody doing something where they need notes, The cool thing is, because it is NDI driven, you can see here, because it is NDI driven, I can have this in my monitor wall, my switcher, or anything like that. So it really makes it really easy to use. And it's really important to have when you're somebody like me, it cannot really remember all these facts, so I can do the notes right on the air. Once again, this is made by Autoque, and it's found in the NDI store. I hope that was helpful. Well, that's about it for another week's edition of the NDI Show. Hope you enjoyed it and it gave you another tool to use in your wonderful world of NDI. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.